Do, 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 do. Hmm. Yeah. That's not what I quite want. So, so I got a trade with, I haven't done a trade in a long time with, what's his, oh my goodness, his name just popped out of my head. But that's gonna be fun. A dragon. I like to do dragons. I'm a dragonologist. It's been fun turning Alex into various things. Kind of gets me out of the rut of just drawing lizards and dragons all the time. I mean, I put way too much detail already on this. Well, I did use textures. That was the only way I could do it quickly. What's this line for? Oh, cool. Why is it not drawing it? Okay, let me try. Let me try the pen then. This is more of a post transformation this time. I just needed to. I've been working on commissions all weekend. I just need to take a break and do something funny. I try to make my transformations more humorous than body horror, but sometimes I fail. Let's put a little more human skin right here. I really hope this music's copyright free. It's because you can trust everything they say on Google. I mean, I probably should have worked on getting some textures for the shirts and stuff, but I spent so much time on doing the textures on the skin that I still need to finish commissions today. I don't think that's going to be a possibility, unfortunately. I also forgot to hit. I also forgot to hit stream an hour ago, so most people are only going to get the tail end of this, which kind of sucks, but that was my mistake. Well, I'll just keep the stream going. After I finish this, I'll work on NG's thing for a little bit. I just love awkward positions or transformation. It's got to be funny. It's got to be fun. If your transformation's not fun, then are you just doing it to get turned on or what? I don't know. Oh yeah, I kind of lost that when I put the texture on it, but I have to put it back. There we go. I don't think they're marked there, but I'm just gonna do it for interest. Yeah, this like 30-minute sketch is already dragged on to an hour and a half, and I still got commissions to do. I gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't care what people eat as long as they don't eat me. Okay, I could push it so much farther, uh, but I find that I'm using this way. I'm very crappy with giraffe anatomy. I rarely ever drop giraffes, so if there's lots of mistakes, I know. Feel free to point them out if you want, if it makes you feel good. I'll let you do it. It's my thing. Yeah, I'm so terrible at streaming. Someday I'll get better. I feel like I am required to entertain people because why would you just watch some smuck draw unless they're entertaining? wish was able to record the entire thing now, but oh well. I'm a little annoyed with myself. I mean, it's just one button you have to press. One stupid button on OBS. Start streaming. It's not rocket science. And I didn't, because YouTube automatically saves your records, I didn't even think about recording the stream, so I don't even have that. It's pretty simple. I did a line drawing, then colored it real quick, added I added draft texture, and warped it to fit how I liked it to look, and then I distorted the draft texture until it kind of fit the drawing, which I did way too early because you should do that after you get all the line work figured out and stuff, but it is what it is. Yeah, at least he's not one of those weird dragon things. Oh, that dragon sketch. That was that alien dragon sketch. I don't know what I was thinking to do a warm up that complex, especially when I'm just started doing warm ups again. Well, there we go. I think that's good. I didn't like the coloring scheme, so I made another one to put on top, which is good. You can do that sort of thing. That's what I love about digital art, is that you can make last minute changes like that. Come on, dude. I need you to. Okay, I'll use the pen again. There we go. Kotabena Kantanda. I don't even know what movie that comes from. Oh, Godfather. Or maybe it was another 80s original gangster movie. For not knowing much about giraffes and just relying on a couple pictures, I think it came out okay. I probably totally screwed up some of the anatomy, which I normally do. But my ADD sometimes doesn't let me fix every little mistake, because I used to be that way and I'd make it just look worse. So I've learned to just let it go. Sometimes I can't, like the draft texture. That's why it's so bloody good. Okay, I think that's it for now. Let's put it here. Yeah, I do two signatures. It's weird. I just do. Okay, so there it is. That is the finished drawing. I wonder if I should cut it a little bit. Let me cut it, see if it looks a little better. I just realized how unbalanced it was. That looks a little better. Let's do that. Oops. I do that a lot. Spin, my friend. No. I'm getting dizzy. Okay. It's probably not balanced, but it's a thing. So I'm debating if I even want to do some of the post stuff I do, which I create. Yeah, I'll at least render a little bit of noise so it feels like it fits. I like to render a little bit of purlin noise, not a lot, just enough. It just kind of brings the picture together just a little better. It's not too much. You probably don't even notice it. It's just enough to give it like a feeling that it has a little bit more watermark, a little more variation in strokes. I mean, in airbrush strokes. Well, that's that. So I will save that and upload that. So I have one more. I have the Phoenix, and then I'll have to ask people for more ideas again. Because I got 4 good ideas what to turn Alex into. So, so it's only been 17 minutes. It would have been an hour and 17 minutes. But let me finish this. Anything on this layer? Yep. So I'm doing a commission for Edgy and Ed, NG. I called him Edgy. That's horrible. Okay. And his dragon friend, the one that's brown gray. I don't think he told me his name. I can't remember. So now I'm just gonna do some detail work on the face because I really smudged it. Actually, I'm gonna add a little more texture to it. I love the airbrush for texture, but when I first started using the airbrush, I would just I would overdo it big time. Just big time. I would just like abuse the stupid thing. But airbrushing is the easiest way to get form with a lot of effort, but you have to use it right or it will look dumb. And I am unfortunately usually in the later, and I have to like undo all the stupid textures I did because I put too much on it. Yeah, I don't think anyone's joining me, but that's my fault. It's kind of interesting just to talk to myself. I hope people can hear me. I have such an extremely low voice, stupidly low. I almost sound like I'm whispering sometimes. I'm also pretty self-centered. Yeah, I guess I'm self-centered too. I don't mean to. I really like people and stuff. I'm kind of shy, but a little introverted. I'm trying to get better at it. Because I mean, if you want to get, if you want to build a following and get advice and make friends, you kind of have to do more networking and stuff, which I'm totally terrible at. In an ideal world, I could just do all my paintings and people would just come to me and I'd just get commissions, but that's not realistic. And now there's just so much competition. I mean, not only do you have painters from all over the world that charge various things and could be outprice you, you also have artificial intelligence, so that also gives more. Now people have more opportunities to make art, so now it's even more saturated. But that's how it is. The creative field's always been competitive, but that's kind of how it is, I guess. Now, eh, now I've done a couple transformation commissions for NG in the past, but this one's kind of cool. He wants me to do an illustration, kind of in the style of without the Spiral Reunited trilogy, kind of looking that look, which is kind of what my dragon and raptor characters are. Kinda. I just kind of like that look. That they look feral, but they also look humanoid. So it's kind of a cool mixture of the two, which I really appreciate. Yeah, I really need to get some more references for the hands. The hands could use some work for sure. And why is his things shouldn't point up like that? They should point down. Oh, in the other direction. Oh my goodness! Pay attention. Wake up, Sika. Hmm, that creates an issue. Well, I will think about it later then. Wings are a lot of fun to draw, especially once you get to the final parts where you add the translucency and the what do they call it? Bounce light into not bounce light. Subsurface scattering into. Wonder why that's so. That's kind of cool though. Yeah, I was quickly trying to clean up my lines because I accidentally blended them together, so I had to clean up the lines. But that's okay. I'm probably less than halfway done. I was hoping to get it done this weekend, but of course not. Things happen always. But at least I'll get some of it done tonight. My roommate's screaming at video games again. He needs a chill pill. It's just a bloody video game. He treats every game like it's Dark Souls, which is definitely not healthy, to be honest. I want it to keep his cartoon eye, but I also want to be able to have it semi realistic because that's kind of the spiral. It's kind of the spiral look. Yeah, I got 6 patrons, which I'm very excited about on Patreon. I I didn't think I'd get any, but it's exciting, and eventually I'll get enough that I can actually start doing private streams. for them. Just I tried doing a private stream with just three people, and they just don't seem to show up, which is totally understandable. They're busy. It's also hard to schedule. Everyone's in a different time zone. But I will find something cool to do for my patrons because I'm very honored that they spent their time and money to follow me. I just gotta think of some cool stuff. I've been doing some not safe for not safe for work stuff, but it's just joke stuff like making fun of Alex and then mostly just that sort of thing. But I gotta figure out something more that I can give them. I've been letting them decide what for me to stream as well, which sometimes they respond. Yeah, I had a weird I keep having this guy. He just every couple months he contacts me on one of my social websites. Usually has like a he just has trouble writing in English. I don't know if it's just part of his madness or if he truthfully just can't talk well. I think he might be. But whatever it is, he acts like he wants to. He either asks, tries to get me to draw something for him for free, or he asks me, say he's out of money and that he'll pay me in a month, but then asks me brokenly how you draw my character, and he always asks me to draw him as an animal. And then he always sends the same picture, so he always sends a picture of himself. And it's always the same guy. And then when I tell him the price, but he'll just like endlessly ask how you're gonna draw. How you gonna draw me? It's like I'm gonna draw you in this style. What style? And he'll just keep. It'll be an endless, just endless back and forth. And then I'll eventually tell him I need this and this to do your commission, and he'll block me. It's the weirdest thing. Or if I tell him I don't want to do requests for you, he'll block me. It's always the same guy. I know it's the same guy, but I don't want to take a chance just in case it's a new person. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I can't block this guy. I It just keeps making new accounts. I've just haven't had to deal with anyone like this yet. I guess it's because I do have a thousand or so viewers now, so that's just something I just don't know how to deal with, but I'll figure it out. Most of the people that request commissions are pretty cool though. I've had a lot of great experiences doing art for the furry and transformation community. They're all usually pretty cool people to deal with and work with. They're nothing like the realtors I have to deal with in my real life job. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do with his outfit. It looks stupid. What can I do? I'll just work on other parts. Yeah, I kind of I struggle with promoting myself on social media. I've gotten a little too emotional and discouraged, and I actually upset one of my followers that I think very fondly of. I really upset them, and I felt so bad. because I just kept, I guess you'd call it complaining, that I couldn't get myself to grow on Twitter, which is, Twitter is just a dumpster dive. I don't know why I'm so worried about it. It's probably going to disappear. Something will probably replace it. I mean, Mr. Musk kind of has threw Twitter in the dumpster file. I think part of but my views have kind of decreased, and I think it's because I don't have the Twitter blue, but getting that kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels, I mean, I don't usually mind subscribing to cool things, but the problem is Twitter seems to be getting worse. I don't want to pay for something that's getting worse. But anyway, I complained and I upset some people and I felt really bad. Some unfollowed me, understandably too. I mean, I should I should always be professional as an artist on those social media sites. It's not it's not a place where you vent or anything like that. So I've learned a valuable lesson. I got a lot of good advice, but it's still tough sometimes. I've seen other artists; they just have grown exponentially since the same year I started, and it kind of gets me down a little bit. But I keep forgetting that I've also grown a decent amount, and I actually have a lot of friends and followers now, and I'm really thankful for that. Sometimes you just gotta remember what you have. That's sometimes tough. Sometimes, if you're not careful, you become too centered and you're self-centered, and you forget what you have already. So I'm very thankful for, really thankful for my followers and fans and friends who have stuck with me despite those problems I've had with social media. And there's been other personal things in my life that's kind of also kind of um, agitated those feelings. So it's not just the social media. I'd rather not go into my personal problems because that's not fun or exciting for anyone to hear. It's kind of a, but yeah, I had some family. I mean, it's just been a crazy last few years of COVID, having a family member die, and then having one that had cancer, and then that same member having to have another surgery. It's been quite the ride the last few years. But I'm thankful I got through it, and I'm thankful for the people that helped me. Wow, there's so much work to do. So much work. I need to fix his legs. Yeah, I love the Spyro series. Spyro's probably one of my favorite dragons. I always wish there would be a. I was hoping it'd be a new game coming soon, but they're making like some sort of crash game instead. Online multiplayer. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be free to play, or worse, one of those gotcha games. I mean, it is Activision Blizzard. You never know what they'll do. They're trying to be like EA, but EA's starting to be less evil. So I guess they need someone to replace them now. And Ubisoft just can't cut it. They try really hard to be evil, but they're just not too good at it. I wish. So yeah, I was playing a game called um, with my friend. I played a game called Stray. Excellent game. It really is a cat simulator plus a dystopian steampunk type game. It's really cool. Um, I never thought I'd have feelings for robots. They did a good job with the characters. Never thought I'd actually care about robots. So I mean, it's just my only complaint is it's really short. But on the other hand, it's hyper focused, and there's not a single boring moment in the game at all. So I probably should be looking at the references for these, but I'm just aimlessly noodling right now. I think I put his horns in a stupid position. Yeah, I'm also playing a game called Chicory, I think it is. It's like a Zelda game plus painting. It has puzzles concerning painting certain items certain ways to cause certain effects. There's boss battles, but I haven't found any enemies yet, so I don't know if there's even enemies in the game. But actually a pretty cool chill game. I like it a lot. I do not like this armor. I'm gonna have to just find a reference, and I don't know what the strap. I don't know why I put the strap here. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Hmm. I'm gonna have to just redesign his armor. I don't like it. I was trying to do like that one character dragon, but not make it quite look like that. Maybe like an inspiration of it, but I just can't figure it out. That looks a little better. So yeah, I'm gonna stream more. I might not announce it every day. I'm gonna try to stream every day, but I'm not gonna announce it every day. I just need. I think it's good that I record it like a journal. Yeah, yeah. I've learned a lot about just about drawing in general and promoting your artwork and disappointment and excitement and yeah, it's been quite a trip. There's times I've been like, oh, I just don't want to draw anymore. Yeah, when the AI was being popular in like October, or was it November? I can't remember. I was at the point where it's like maybe I should just stop drawing totally. But then I was able to play around with Stable Diffusion, but the offline one, I think it's called Automatic 1111, and I played around with it, and then it kind of eased my concerns a little bit. I mean, it's it's very rare that you'll be able to get a perfect piece just with prompts. Typing one prompt and you get an insta piece. Maybe it's that way with Midjourney. I don't know much about Midjourney. I don't use it. I'm not going to pay money, especially since they use like data sets of other people's art, and they know it. They admit that they trained their models on other people's art, and their art looks like something that would have been painted by an artist in like ArtStation or one of the higher ups in DeviantArt. It looks like a concept, like they just totally stole from a concept artist and then fed it into their machine. So I feel a little annoyed with Midjourney. So yeah, I did play with it. I can see the potential of AI, but it's not. Thankfully, it's not the hit a button and done thing. It's going to take more than just typing a prompt to get what you want in it. So I was kind of relieved by that. So that's why I continue to draw. I mean, eventually, if it does get to the point where it is, where they design AGI and it can think and do things logically, we're pretty all screwed. It's not just it's not just artists like me that are going to get screwed. It's everyone. So when it comes to that point, hopefully there'll be some sort of revolution or something. Viva evolution, revolution. I honestly don't know. I just love I just love painting. I mean, sometimes Stable Diffusion can be addictive, just typing random things and seeing what the crazy robot spits out. I've spent hours just goofing off, typing random prompts, and being delighted or horrified with what came out of them. But yeah, I just like drawing in Clip Art Studio. I also I've been also learning to do 3D modeling, which has also helped me with some of my paintings. I've even created scenes, and I've created like scenes in Blender for reference, and also as I've painted over, done some paint overs, and to help me get a certain look. Or I've also used sculpting for some characters. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna fix that. Let's give him a little bit of stomach. That looks so weird. I think I know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. That was that was his arm, I guess, and I painted over his arm and made it this. He kind of needs a little bit of meat right there. I've also been trying to like take my sketches and feed them into Stable Diffusion's video GIF to GIF and GIF to video outputs. And I've been massively disappointed with them. The only thing that kind of works is EB Smith, which I did like a which I did a 3D model. I did 3D models of a woman turning into a velociraptor really quickly, and then I did hand painted keyframes, and then I fed them into EB Sniff, and it did an admirable job of converting my quick 3D renderings into the sketches I drew. But there were mistakes and stuff. So I don't know. I tried to use Stable Diffusion for a similar thing, and it just I can't get the faces consistent. So I watched I watched what are they called? Corridor Digital. They were trying to do a similar thing, but they used like real people green screening. So they actually trained models. So I was thinking maybe if I draw like multiple viewpoints of my character's face and create a model, then try it, then try to apply that model, maybe it'd be more consistent. But yeah, I just hadn't had any more time to experiment with animation with that. So far, EB Smith is the coolest tool. It's really cool. And since you feature it's based on your own drawings, it doesn't use a data set like Stable Diffusion. I don't have to worry about any ethical problems with it. So the problem is EB Smith hasn't been updated in a long time. I hope they haven't abandoned the project because it is an awesome program. I mean, if they even made a commercial product, I would buy it. I mean, hands down, it's like one of the greatest AI tools I've used so far. I mean, it's really practical for animators and stuff. But I also love Mo, Coco. It's like it's actually a motion capture software, but you can also use motion capture motion capture. Those things that those little weird knob things that people put on their bodies to motion capture, or they have a new feature where it kind of reads your body, kind of like those silly Kinects used to on Xbox. It uses kind of like an AI to interpret your bones and how you're moving. Well, Coco actually made it work really good, so you don't even need a mocap equipment to do it, and you can just record yourself full body moving around, and it will interpret it pretty closely. It's really awesome, and they allow you to use it for free, which is also surprising. Of course, they do have subscriptions and paid services that give you all extra goodies and stuff, like for face recognition and streaming. They also you have to pay a certain subscription price, but I mean, for what it gives you, it's pretty incredible. So yeah, those are my two favorite AI tools because they I don't have to worry about the ethics of them. They help speed up workflow. Oh yeah, and I don't use it much, but Clip Studio has a where is it? Colorize AI that actually you can like. Yeah, I want to show you that because it's so cool. Since some of you guys watch to learn, you might find it get a kick out of this. If you guys ever if you ever guys watch the recording, if you don't, that's cool. I'll be doing multiple more, and I'll probably bring about the subject. So there's your drawing. Then you could just do a little color here, a little color here, and then you can go to colorize all. Okay. Oh, it didn't work because I'm an idiot. Okay, let me try again. I have to tell it something. I forgot what I tell it. It's been so long since I've done it. No, this has to be the reference layer. Now it should work. It kind of worked. I should have colored it more, but yeah. No, it didn't work actually. Let me try again. Use hints and colorize. Should the target is set to visible? Yep. Oh, I used the color layer as the hint. I'm an idiot. Okay, so you select the color one, and then you go to colorize. Use hint and image to colorize. Oh, what's a hint layer? Okay, I'll figure it out and then share it on my next stream. What do I try? Why you colorize? Mm. Oh, I think you have to do. Oh, I see. There it is. There you go. And then I select this. And then I select this. And then I make it pop out for no reason. No! You can do it. You can do it. I flipped it. I'm so intelligent. Okay, let's try this again. Now let's try. There you go. I finally did it. There you go. So that's really cool. I mean, you could quickly colorize something and get something really quickly colored. So I mean, so I like that AI tool as well. There's actually yeah, my hands. I'm terrible with hands. I don't feel bad. A lot of artists are for some reason. A lot of artists that master hands, they've only mastered like six or so different hands. You can always see them draw the same hands over and over, and that's a brilliant idea, to be honest. I should take advantage of that, of trying to learn hands. It needs so much more cleaning. Okay, so let's merge down. Let's go back to this. The most important thing in any drawing is usually the head, so you should always brighten the head or something. So I forgot to do one important thing since I'm not doing a lot of color on this. I actually need to put some highlights on it. Highlights are very important, especially if you're not. They're important just doing regular drawings too, but I forgot to draw his teeth. That's brilliant. Okay, so I don't know how. I don't know how a llama. Yes, I'm drawing a llama. Such a beautiful llama. So I should also point out that most of my attempts in stable diffusion has been with the image to image and the image to video. I mean, yeah, the video to video. I just don't see any usefulness in just typing a prompt. I've also noticed to get the best results, you have to enter an artist name, and that's kind of disgusting. So that's why I touch don't touch text to image unless I'm just goofing off and typing random shit. I mean, I do have some ideas of how I could use it ethically, especially for helping me do like variations of stuff. But I have to learn how to make my own models, so of my own art, so I don't accidentally like use copyrighted content because a lot of I've tried to search for an ethical like that model checkpoint that I could use with as a complement to my drawings, but I'm gonna be frank. Most of the people on I've searched, the only place I've known is like Hugging Face, and it's like 75% of the models are just for people to make waifu porn, pretty much. That's all. So Hugging Face is pretty much a waifu porn site now. Yeah, I've had a love-hate relationship with with the top technologies that lately come out. I love the potential and the idea that they'll make my work faster, but I also hate how that none of those models are respecting the ethics of artists like me and other artists. They're just and I've watched tutorials when people say, "Oh, how to use these AI art generators." They always say, "Oh, enter this artist's name." And it's like, well, no, they were trained on that image as art, so no, it's wrong to do that. And then people always give you the argument that AI learns just like a person, and no, it doesn't. It's not even a AI is not even an intelligence. It's just the correct name is LLM, language machine LML, language machine learning. It's not even artificial intelligence. They haven't even gotten that point where it's smart enough to do such things. There's a lot of hype and a lot of I don't know. I do get discouraged when I see all these NTF and tech bros like super popular on Twitter, and they've put this minimal effort on in using the AI tools to make art, and yet they have like like 20,000 K views, and it's like, what about an actual artist that actually still draws and puts a lot of effort in his work? Why does the Twitter community ignore them? Yeah, and Twitter artists just can't. Artists that make a living off Twitter can't rely on just doing memes anymore, because any average person can just load up load up Midjourney and make a really lousy AI art meme in 5 seconds. So now artists have to just rely on their communities, I guess. I mean, or build communities. I just don't see any other way. But I won't be using. Uh, I keep pressing the command button. I mean the start command slash command button. I should probably clean the lines. I just don't feel like it. I do that a lot too. It's just that I want to zoom out, but that's not what Clip Studio does. You can't zoom out that way. Well, that's done. I think I'm gonna share it with people. Sorry you had to hear my charade on all this nonsense, but just a little extra just adds stuff to it. I probably should do one more, which is purely pure highlight, just pure white. You should always do your highlights last. Yeah, I'd like to get onto my. I have another channel that I work on that I haven't touched, where I mostly draw dragons, but I haven't been able to work on it in a long time. I'm doing a lot of transformation stuff, which I don't mind. I enjoy drawing transformation. Um, compared to just drawing my compared to my dragon channel, where I mean my dragon art channel. I don't know the right word. I get far more views and watchers, but a lot more lurkers. It's kind of, mm, this is getting really strange. Somehow I moved the hotspot. Oops. You have to pick the right. You have to pick flip. Oh, be gone. Yeah, it's okay. I wish I would have thought things out a little bit better. I wouldn't have focused so much on the spot texture, but it is what it is. So yeah, I was talking about playing Chicory, and it's kind of funny. You can paint almost anything, but I'm playing it on the PS5 because I have PlayStation Plus, which includes like a bunch of games. They're kind of like it's kind of like a Game Pass Lite. It actually has some good stuff on it, and it has Chicory, and I've been enjoying it so far. It's just hard to paint with it. The entire theme is painting on stuff. So imagine trying to paint on a PS5 controller with using the little touchpad in the middle or the analog stick. It doesn't work that great. But the game's fun by itself, so you don't really need it. It's just if you want to be the full creativity and be able to, draw things in the game to your desires, you kind of need to play the PC version, to be honest. I was watching Caddy also play Dead Space, but it's just kind of interesting. I haven't seen him play. Usually, every time I watch him, he's playing some PS2 or one game. But this is kind of interesting. He's playing a new game, so I'll probably finish that after I'm done with this. It's been an hour. No one's joined, so I think I screwed up. But you got to hear me rant, just endless monologue about everything and nothing at the same time. So hopefully that was entertaining. If not, I apologize. And have a good night. If someone was watching, have a good night. I just didn't see you in the chat, so but thanks for watching if you did.